What's going on, guys? Chandler's Legacy Farm here. Today we're going to be talking about my new neck knife. This is the BPS. I got the box out here, so that way I can. It's kind of an unboxing, kind of not, because I've already put all my bells and whistles on it like I want it, you know. But anyway, this is the BPS Finn Lite. This is the it's in carbon steel. And this is the one that comes with basically no way of putting it on you until you figure out what you want to do with it, whether you want to pocket carry it or neck knife it, however you want to do it. When I originally purchased this knife, I thought that I was going to do pocket carry, is what I was thinking. But after I got it and looked it all over, I decided BUSHCRAFT neck carry. All right. So this video is going to be about this knife and BUSHCRAFT neck carry knives. So let's go ahead and get into the box, because their boxes just says BPS on it, made in Ukraine, and the knife came wrapped up in this paper. I know it's noisy paper, and came with a little blade wipe. It says BPS on it. So then let's see. Got a little thing here. It says BPS knives, and it's got a little little QR code deal on it. And then the blade was covered in this little BPS sheath, this little cardboard sheath. The blade was down in it, you know. And then everything was wrapped up in this paper. But anyway, that's what you're looking at as far as your box goes from BPS, right? So we got this. I got this in, and like I said, I really didn't know what I wanted to do with it. So I'll now forgive my hairdo. It's probably really bad, but get this thing off, and you notice this thing lays perfect against me. So get this hat back on. And the reason why it lays perfect against me, so if you look close at this thing, it comes with like 3 holes, right? It's got 3 holes holding it all together. So you could run a small Ulti clip right here, and you could run it as a neck knife, or I mean as a pocket fixed blade, right? And that was sort of my original plan till I got it in and looked it all over. So I put some paracord on it, and you can see how you might be able to see how I ran that paracord. I tied a knot, and I ran it through and around through, and then tied a knot on that side. You might be able to see that. And then so that created my loop for my paracord to run through. So therefore it sits the same way. If I would have just ran paracord through it this way, through it, crossways, it would have set like this. Well, I wanted it to set, sideways. And then this handle's relatively slick, so I wanted to be able to pull it out. So I put just a little paracord lanyard on the back, so that way my finger will catch it whenever I pull it out. Okay, so then I got it out, and then I had this little keychain fire steel. So I put in on, I've run it through the very bottom, so you can kind of see how I got all that set up now. But great sheath, great, beautiful leather sheath, nice dark color, and it's not a real thick, heavy duty sheath. It's lightweight. You know what I mean? The knife fits in there great. It's a snug fit. It's not going to come out. And since it was actually so snug, that's another reason why I put the lanyard on it, just to give me more to hold on to get it out of the sheath, because it actually fits in there very snug. This one is in carbon steel. It is in their 1066 carbon steel. Has a Scandi grind. I believe it is Ashwood handles, something like that, I think. It's got a sharpened spine. It's Puco design, so therefore it'll be a great little fine works BUSHCRAFT knife. Okay, it's got just enough handle. I wear large to extra large gloves, and I can just get 4 fingers on the blade. All right. There you go. It says BPS on it. It tells the blade steel. Excuse me. These and it doesn't take Torx heads. It doesn't take Torx screws to tighten to put your handle scales on. It actually has just regular Allen heads. So, you know, that's maybe a little more handy for some people. And then I made this loop big enough where I can actually run my ring finger through it, and then I can hold it, and it'll keep my hand from sliding up onto the blade if I'm really have to, you know, be kind of aggressive with this little knife. Now, this whole thing, this whole blade from tip to the end is just barely over 7 inches. It's like 7 1/4 maybe. The blade length on this thing is 3 1/4, 3 1/4 inches long, right around it. So it's very small, but yet big enough to do what I want to do with it. Great carving knife. I mean, Puko design, great carving knife. Scandi grind. It came screaming sharp, just like all of the BPSs do. They always come screaming sharp. So great little knife. Excellent little sheath. But like I said, you have to figure out what you want to do with it, because it has no way of mounting it. You could either just slide it right down in your pocket or slide it in a pack, but this is the route that I went with, and you can see, kind of see how I got it all put together here. And man, it's working out great. As far as I can tell, it's going to be awesome. So there's what you're looking at right there. Now, the paracord that I use on all my neck knives, anytime you see paracord, 90% of the time, it is this tough grid paracord. That's what I use, is tough grid, and it's great paracord for projects like this. It's very good stuff. It's American made, proudly made in the USA. Great stuff. So another thing that I just ordered was these paracord retainer slip things. I don't know what the hell you even call them. Spring cord tensioners. You get 25 of these. You can get them in different colors. I just went black. For like, I don't know, they were cheap. They were like 10 bucks. I don't know, maybe less. I can't remember. But everything you see here in the video today will be in my Amazon affiliate links in the description box below. So if you guys want to check out anything that's going to be on the video today, check it out. Okay. So tough grid and these little keeper deals, that, you know, that's how I've got this. That's how I got this, is one of these just on a piece of paracord. And then you can adjust it for how long or short for the ride height of where you want your knife to be. Okay. And these things are great. I'll go ahead and show you how one of these works. You just squeeze it together, run your paracord through, and then it's there. It won't slip. I mean, it will if you pull really hard. I mean, you got to pull hard to make it slip, but it'll stay. You know, it pinches your cord, so therefore it'll stay, right? So you just run it through the other side. There you go. And these are, you just pinch it, you know, and then you can slide it however you want to. And then if you want to just take it apart, just take it apart. Works great. These little things are really cool. I just got these in the other day. Actually, I got these the same time that I purchased the knife, because I was thinking that this was probably the route I was going to go. I wasn't sure, but I was thinking maybe. So these will be in the these will be in the description also, along with the paracord and all the blades. Okay, so when I first started with this whole neck knife deal, bushcraft neck knife. Okay, I've got a lot of EDC neck knives. I got a lot of, I guess you could call them urban neck knives. But when I first started doing a neck knife deal, I done what a lot of people do. You know, you're bushcrafting, you're doing firecraft. You want to, you know, and you get into neck knives. A lot of people goes with this right here when they first start, because this is like a $10 or $12 blade. It's the Mora Basic 511 in carbon steel, and it's got a great pocket clip on it, and you can just literally clip it right over your paracord, and there you go. You got yourself a neck knife, you know. So I ran one of these for a while, and it's just a little big for me. I mean, a lot of people carry freaking Bowie knives around their neck. I mean, I mean, I've seen it all, but it was just a little bit bulky, a little thick, just a little bit big for me. So I can show you comparison here, right here. See, this is just a little bit smaller and a little bit thinner. It's just overall a tidier package. And whenever I think of a neck knife, I think leather. For some reason, when I'm thinking of a neck knife, something bushcraft, I'm thinking leather. I'm not thinking all plasticky. I mean, you know what? I'm thinking leather. I'm thinking wood. I'm thinking natural materials, not plastic. So I went with this for a while. Okay, got tired of that, and I thought, okay, I want to go something smaller. So I went with the Mora Eldgris, right? Went with one of these. Well, it has enough handle, just enough handle, good grippy. I mean, I like the blade. I put a little paracord lanyard on it, and I wore this around my neck with one of these, with actually this exact fire steel, you know, on it right here. And I wore this for a while, and I used this for a while. It was just a little too short. I just didn't have enough blade length. You know, I was more used to this style of blade length, and whenever you go from this style of blade length to that, I mean, you're losing half your blade length right there. So that was different, right? And I just didn't like the blade length deal. And then I didn't like the bulk. It wasn't big, bulky, but just a little bulky. I don't know. I mean, it came with a sharpened spine already. So that was awesome, because on the basic 911, I had to, you know, file down the back of the spine so it would strike your fire steels and stuff. So I had to do some modifications on the one that I made it, you know, to a bushcraft knife. Um, so so then I found the Techno Bee from BPS. This is the Techno Bee. All right, it has got enough handle. You can get all 4 fingers on it, right? But it has no handle scales. So therefore, if you use it real long, it gets a little uncomfortable. Everywhere on this thing is sharp. You can strike a fire steel on this thing anywhere. It's sharp all the way around it. Now, it's not real sharp to use it, but it's all sharp. It's sharp enough all the way around to do that. This is a great little blade. This one is in stainless steel, okay? This one is stainless steel. And then, like I said, I went carbon the very first time around. So carbon steel's a little bit easier to sharpen than most stainlesses. So, but anyway, this one was stainless. I went with it. I liked it. I used it for a while, but I was still running into the issue. It barely had a longer blade. See there, the blade is just barely longer than on this one. And it didn't have a real comfortable handle for extended use. And this thing's a little heavy, okay? This is the heaviest neck knife that I have. So we're going to get into weights here. So I don't want to carry anything that is any heavier than what this one is. So let me get this stuff put back up real quick here and move some things out of the way, and I'll show you some weights here. Okay, like I said, this is the heaviest neck knife that I carry, and it's the heaviest one that I feel as though I can carry and carry comfortable, okay? And it is 5.3 ounces, okay? 5.3. Now, I do have a piece of bicycle inner tube around it that's holding this fire steel on, okay? So, I mean, that's a little, you know, that adds a little more weight too. But, you know, that's what we're looking at with this one. Was, what did I just say? 5.3, okay? This little BPS with the fire steel on it and everything, you're going at 4.5. Now you're getting in some great range. This is just right. So this was, what did I just say? Okay, 4.5. This is 4. So this is actually a little lighter than this setup, and a little larger knife, but it's a little bit too big, just my opinion, okay? Little bit too big, a little bit too much bulk. That's just me, you know? And this one is 3.1. So it's very light, but like I said, didn't feel like I had enough blade. So let's look at this knife. I'll show you comparison here to your Mora Basic 511. There you go. You have almost, I mean, almost the same amount of blade length. So let's see, we can get this scale back out of the way. Blade length on a basic, Mora Basic 511 is about 3.5 inches, right? And on this one, you're looking at about 3.25. So yeah, it's just like I said, just a little bit shorter, just barely shorter. All right. So and the whole package, you can tell the whole package overall is just smaller by close to an inch. You know, so it just suits me a little bit more, and 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 it has, like I said, enough blade length. We'll compare it to its brother here. See there? It's a little more blade length. So, and this is going to be, like I said, a great little carving knife. You can do notches. It's got a sharpened spine. I'm going to do a Firecraft video with this little Finn Lite, and I promise you I will be impressed. Unless this thing breaks in half or the handle scales just completely falls off of it, there's no way I'm not going to be impressed with this little knife. There is no way that I won't be impressed, because I mean, I like it. I just really like it. The more that I've handled this thing, the more that I wear it as a neck knife. It's a great little blade. I hope they come out with this also in a stainless model. You know, that would be great if they come out with this in stainless too. You know, like this little blade here is, it's stainless. Now I think this one's is in 8CR 14 MOV, something like that. But this is the Techno Bee from BPS. It's like I said, great blade also. It's just a little bit heavier, not quite as user friendly for an extended period of time. Okay. Now, if you want to use something literally all day long and never wear yourself out, those are great, right? But like I said, a little bit larger than I wanted. This one just didn't quite suit me either. It was a little heavy. This one, not quite enough blade. This one, I hate to say this, guys, but I really think I finally found the one. This could be the bushcraft neck knife that I have been searching for at least the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, I think this is the one. I really do. I really, really like it. I like the way I got it set up. I love the color of the sheath. I love the color, the wood grain in the handle. You know, and the great thing about this is this knife was $24. $24. And in my opinion, for what I'm wanting to do, this thing is going to be, like I said, perfect. I'm just in love with this little knife. So like I said, 24 bucks. And you know, you got to figure out how you want to carry it. But other than that, it's great, guys. It is awesome. I cannot wait to do a Firecraft video on this. It will be coming up relatively soon. As soon as I can get a little bit of warm weather to go out there and do some stuff. But I'm impressed. I am totally impressed all the way around with this little thing. I really am. BPS hardly ever disappoints. You know, they're usually very good knives. So I think that's it, guys. We're gonna wrap this one up. Look for all this Amazon affiliate links below. If you like what I've been doing, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as long as I can figure out this remote, we will call it a day on this video. So, all right, guys, be on the lookout for a Firecraft for this video. You know, a Firecraft for this knife coming out, because it's going to be great. I know I'm going to love it. I know I am. All right, guys, we're out of here. I've got a lot more coming too. A lot more videos coming after Christmas. This channel is going to blow up crazy because I got so many knives coming. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Chandler's Legacy Farm. We will see ya.